Hey viewers, are you having hard times? Are you facing difficulties in your life? Then you need to do something about it. We have got a solution for you. Get your soul reading for free. Yes, for free. Just click the link in the description below and get your soul manifested. Just add some simple information and get your soul reading for free. You have to follow 3 simple steps. Just enter your name, the month, the day and year you were born. And we will let you know not just the main problem you are going through, but the best solution as well. So what are you waiting for? Just slide down a bit to get your soul manifested.
Dear Pisces, this is your reading for the upcoming year, which is going to give you the insights that you need into the energies that surround your love life and intimacy sector. So when it comes to the future, I would like you to keep in mind that we're looking at energies that are outside of your control that you need to be aware of, but also the future isn't necessarily something that you have to regard as outside of your control entirely or outside of your accountability. So the purpose of this reading is for you to tap into those energies, to prepare yourself and to take into account your past lessons and what it is that you want to create in this future. With this being said, I've already pulled the cards for you. So the energy that is surrounding your love life this year is Temperance. So with this card, a Major Arcana, we're talking about major life lessons, very transformative, very intense lessons in your journey of evolution. So this isn't a bad card at all. This is energy that you want into your life. You want to have balance. Also, this card is talking about an alchemical process. So you've been through a lot of transformation. You've learned so much about your true self. You've learned so much about what it is that you need to let go of so that your true self, your true energetical print can transpire into the world. This is not easy, and it takes time to recover from the lessons that you've been through. So this card is telling you, take your time. It says, allow yourself to change or to settle into the new you when it comes to your love life. This talks about balance between the emotional and the rational aspects. It talks about balance between your psychic gifts and your rational, practical approach to life when it comes to love. This talks about patience, and this also talks about the awareness that good things that are created inside of you take a certain time, and that time isn't necessarily up to you to decide. You may want to come out on the other side immediately. You might feel ready to do that. You want to put the past behind you and move forward into this bright future that you are signing up for, basically. But it just doesn't work like that. So when things don't line up the way you want them to, or when you want them to, this is asking you to trust in that process. So just like you would with a pregnancy, consider yourself, going through a similar process, or as it happens with nature, so to say. There's a certain process, a timing, and a wisdom that occurs. So you may want to, give birth to your new self, if you will, in 2 days, 3 days, immediately. But this card is telling you, No, give it 9 months, give it 3 months, or as long as it takes, basically. It doesn't mean that things aren't already happening for you, but you have to take into account that this wisdom of the natural process that is happening to you is, in a sense, outside of your control. What is in your control is this wisdom of doing the best you can every moment of every day with patience. So you can be proactive in your love life, you can take the steps, you can acknowledge what it is that you need and want.
Just slide down a bit to get your soul manifested.
You can put yourself out there, but you also have to allow external factors to shape that situation. So no pushing too hard, right? Not being too passive, but also not pushing too hard. So this is, let's say, the balance between day and night, between activity and passivity, between stating your desires and going after them, but also letting things come to you, if you will. That's basically the wisdom that this card is talking about. And also, this is a dance between you and another. If you're single, this is saying great things can come to you, but they won't necessarily be shaped exactly the way you imagined them, which is a great thing. They have the imprint of that universal wisdom that is going to take you to higher grounds. Also, if you're in a relationship or already coupled, committed to someone, married, this is talking about a transformation. So you made that decision within your couple, consciously and unconsciously, to take it to the next level. So this is a difficult process for everyone. You have transcended the very difficult parts to move forward into this next step. But things won't be crystallized overnight. So you have to have patience, gratitude, consideration, and wisdom for yourself, but also for the other person. So it's all about balance. And balance, having the right measure in everything, is a very personal thing. So for someone, having a glass of wine every day is the right measure. For other people, having a glass of wine every day is detrimental, is an addiction. With love, it's basically the same thing. How much you give yourself to the other person every day, how much you commit, how much you put yourself out there are very personal things. So this year is all about fine-tuning these measures that will serve you for the rest of your life. So with this being said, there's a lot of practical considerations. So there's a lot of tangible physical activities, work, ventures that you need to consider. So love as an action, love as constant devotion to a certain practice. But also it's all about transforming the energies that we've talked about into new thoughts, new ways of thinking, new ways of communicating, which again is a journey of balancing and also is a journey of perfecting, right? So it's about learning what works for you, what doesn't work for you, not being too hard on yourself, but also not letting yourself and other people, let's say, get away with it when it's just not the case.
We hope you will be liking the reading so far. If yes, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button.
So you're gonna have a lot of mental activity going on. So you're usually very, let's say, intuitive, go with the flow, artistic. You don't really need to shape things rationally that much. But you do, apparently, this year. There's going to be a lot of negotiating, a lot of debating with yourself and with other people when it comes to love. So you're going to uncover the best possible ways to express yourself verbally. What it is that you think is right? How do you think is fair to communicate? What's your agenda? What's the other person's agenda? What do you want to create on a mental level? What do you want communication to look like in your love life? So this can sometimes bring heated arguments, even if you're not coupled. So let's say you're dating, you are putting yourself out there, you're meeting new people, and this can be about trying to figure out how you can communicate with these people that you are meeting. Do you have common expectations? Do you have complementary way of communicating? Can you make that work? Can you feel each other but also agree to disagree when it's the case? And do you have similar core values? Do you value the truth as much? What does the truth mean to you? Do you know how to fight or to disagree properly? These are very important things this year. So you're basically on a quest of uncovering your personal truth and how this personal truth can match with that of another. If you're coupled, there are going to be a lot of arguments, but these arguments don't have to look like fighting or uncomfortable, unpleasant situations. This can be about, let's talk about situations in the world. Let's talk about our future together. Let's talk about our communication style. So this is actually a good thing that you're integrating into your life, but it also makes you be careful, mindful, and accountable, as I said, about your agenda and other people's agenda. Everyone has an agenda, we all want different things, but how do we go about those things while being fair to the other person and while making sure that we are establishing good boundaries? So this is actually a very positive energy, but can be challenging for most of you who are usually more engaged with that emotional, intuitive type of communication.
We hope you will be liking the reading so far. If yes, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button.
I was mentioning before love as a practical action and as work. So this card is telling you that there's a lot of work to be done in your love life. If you're single, if you're coupled, if you're committed, there's a lot of work to be done. But you don't have to regard this work as something negative. This is more like meditation. So the work that you're doing for your love life is actually what is keeping you grounded in reality. So you're uncovering, you're having these conversations, you're having these insights, you're having these agreements, these agreements, and then you have to start implementing them into the real world every day by doing something, by being committed, by experimenting. Some things are going to work, you're going to keep doing them, you can figure out that they're good for you, for your relationship, for your social life. Other things are going to prove to be futile and not that important, not that good. So it's a trial and error, but certain things are going to become part of your routine as a way to improve your life. For those of you who are single, this is going to be about what it is that you're doing to invite the love that you want into your life. So it can be what you invest in yourself as a means to create a better relationship to yourself, more self-confidence, a better, let's say, environment to enjoy the love that is going to enter your life. And for those of you who are coupled, this can be about what it is that we're doing together. What's my part of responsibility practically in a relationship? What is yours? How are we improving that, and what's growing out of this? There might be times when you're going to be frustrated and feel like I'm putting in all this work and yet have no results. don't fall down that rabbit hole. As I said, this year, the practical work that you're doing is a form of meditation. It's something that is keeping you grounded and mindful. For those of you who feel like they might enter burnout territory, remember it's not the work that you're doing per se that is important. It is what you're getting out of it. So you can take breaks, don't burn yourself out, don't torment yourself with questions. Do this work as long as it is bringing benefit to you. For those in couples as well, this can be about we want to create something together, we want to grow a business, we want to start a family, we want to do something that will have tangible results. And this is part of the journey. We have to put in the work without expectation. So just enjoy that process as much as you can, and results will come and at the right time. As I said, all about trusting that divine timing and trusting that balance. Something else that will transpire in your relationship, in your relationships or your love life if you're single, is the moon card, which again is a very Pisces signature energy. So this card usually tells you that you are venturing outside of the realm of consciousness into the realm of the subconscious. So if you're single, you're going to have very interesting events and connections where you're going to become more aware of what it is that you are projecting on other people, what they're projecting on you. Very useful to figure out your true self, your true needs. Sometimes this will be a bit, challenging or dark because you're facing parts of yourself that aren't necessarily integrated as conscious aspects. So this might be shadow aspects. When we're talking about shadow aspects, they don't have to be bad or detrimental. It's just things that are resources but are not integrated yet. So think about it as you are going into this basement that you haven't been cleaning or exploring. You have no idea what's in there, and it's also kind of dark, kind of messy, kind of creepy. But you say, I have to clean up this basement and see what I can find there. I can just leave it like that. So you go down there and you start finding different things, toys that you used to have when you were a child, books, old photos from your family. So these are parts of yourself that you're remembering, that you're taking back with you. Certain things you're gonna throw away, certain things are just gonna be nothing. You're gonna maybe uncover the fact that you need to clean certain things that are not good for the health of your entire household. So basically that's the energy, just cleaning up that basement, integrating things, cleaning up and getting to know this unknown space. So for those of you who are single, this can be about meeting people that will deeply challenge you on an emotional level to become more aware of who you are. But for those of you who are coupled, this can be about, let's see what from our childhoods, from our upbringing, we are projecting on each other. This isn't easy, but it's so rewarding because it can bring up fears, it can bring up conversations that go in the direction of, I really feel like I'm being unheard and I have these needs, and some of them are real needs in the relationship, some of them are just needs that you have brought with you from your childhood. So you need to separate these two. This is not going to be an easy process, but so important to bring you closer, to help you mature, and to help your relationship transcend to the next level. For those of you who are experimenting themes of codependency or themes of substance abuse, themes of anything that can actually take you out of reality, represent an escape from reality, these are going to be things that you're going to have to deal with to have the love life that you want this year. Not an easy year, but you've been preparing for this, and again, it's all about balance. This can also be about vision. Vision of what it is that you need in your love life, where things are going for you. And sometimes, talking about balance, you're gonna have to see which part of this vision is serving you in the present and which can, be left for another time, or which is just, projection. Another thing has to do again with that mental energy, with thoughts, with communication, and with dealing with the past so you can have the future that you desire. So this is a confirmation that you have indeed done the work of dealing with disappointment, betrayal, suffering in your life. So that is behind you. But the echo of the work that you've been doing is mental fatigue altogether. So you've been thinking about these things for so long, talking about them with yourself and other people, that you are a bit burned out. So this year is going to be all about taking the time to regenerate from that. You're going to keep in mind in regards to the things that caused suffering to you in the past, what strategies of thinking and communication you've used that you are no longer going to use. So this is about being grateful that you've overcome those situations, but also making, let's say, a promise to yourself that you are not going to put yourself in the same position. So as suffering, pitfalls in relationships, they happen. It's a normal part of evolution, but knowing that you are repeating the same mistake is what is actually very hurtful. So you're kind of taking time this year to deeply investigate what generated those mistakes, what other people did and said, and how you responded to that, and how you could have done better for the other person, for your love life, for your relationship, but also knowing what strategies you are going to use in the future. So overall, this year is going to be great for your evolution. It offers you great potential to fine-tune yourself and to find a necessary balance that is going to serve you for the rest of your life. But it's also going to challenge you to go even deeper with your psychologic aspects, with your spiritual practices, as well as with your mental energy. So I hope that you enjoy this year and take everything that is best for your evolution.
Get your soul reading for free. Yes, for free. Just click the link in the description below and get your soul manifested. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And yeah, please ring the bell icon as well. For any queries, use the comment section. We will join you soon with another interesting reading. Till then, take care and goodbye.